What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another match reaction, my second one of the day. But this one is a live, so we can interact on today's result against Roma. For those who haven't watched, let me get this out first. Okay, for those who haven't watched my match reaction, I'm gonna basically say the same thing I did in my video. If you have, you know what I'm gonna think or like what I'm gonna say. But for the people in the chat, because I cannot see the chat for some reason. Oh, now I can. Let me know what you thought about that game. Put that in the chat so I can feed off of that. The game itself. I'm gonna say we dropped 2 points. Now the title of the show is did we improve or like did we take a step forward? Because I think that's what Allegri was alluding to after the game, and we will get into some of his comments he made after the game. But based on what he said after the game, I think he was alluding towards we are improving, it's getting better. I don't think you can say that after one game, especially not after one half, because like I said in my reaction video, I've seen this last season. I think last season we played good halves. What was it, the first half or the second half? Most of the time it was the first half, and then we dropped completely in the second half. I think to basically claim we are taking step forwards or we are improving, I think you need a bigger sample size than 45 minutes. Even than a game, like you need a decent run. And if we play the entire game like that first half, and we didn't win that game, it was 1-1, I will feel differently. Like I will be so pissed because we dropped points against a team we should beat, because Roma were not good, Sampdoria were not good. I'm not gonna say we were amazing, but you should beat those teams if you want to compete like the club is claiming, Allegri is claiming. You need to pick up those points, because I don't think 5 out of 9 is a good start to the season. That's just my opinion. But you need more than 45 minutes. Because I've seen it last season. Now, like I said, if we drew that game 1-1 and we played for 90 minutes like that first half, I will be disappointed, but I will be sitting here saying, okay, there is a complete change in mentality. The players can, play a different type of brand of football, whatever. Allegri can coach a different type of brand of football at this moment in time. We drop points, okay, but like it's how do you want to call it? Like it's a progress, like it's a step forward. I would take that. But 45 minutes of good intensity, not quality all over the pitch, because the reason we didn't win that game is because we were missing some quality in the end, and especially with Cuadrado being very indecisive. With Kostic, again, I'm not really blaming Kostic. I think he kind of struggles in the way we set up now, but his crosses were not synced, linked, whatever, with Dusan's runs or any player's runs. I think he was crossing very early. A lot of the time, nobody was really set in that box, in the position they should be. But like that's normal. It's only 15 days. I don't know. It will get better. But in that first half, I thought we dropped the points. We dropped 2 points in that first half. We should have got it done by then. We didn't. We didn't do that. And now we. Let me see. 1 sec. Okay, we didn't do that, and yeah, we paid the price for it at the end. We dropped needless points, in my opinion, because Roma were nowhere, absolutely nowhere, for 90 minutes, and out of nowhere, like out of a corner. It wasn't like they were creating anything. It wasn't that they were putting pressure on us where I was like, oh, we're gonna break now. Nothing like that at all, and that's the frustrating part, because yeah, we can look solid. Is that with the help of Roma? I'm gonna give the players a little bit more of the credit, and I say they did a good job, you know, in neutralizing Roma, especially in that first half. That press at sometimes was kind of relentless. It was a good press. At times, it wasn't like headless chickens running around and trying to press all over the pitch, leaving gaps and all those things. It wasn't like that. So I was happy with that. I will give them credit for that. I didn't believe we were going to keep it up for 90 minutes, but like at least some spells in that second half, like 10-minute spells, take your foot off the gas a little bit, go again. But we didn't really have that. I think the subs, and I will get into, change that game a little bit. Before I go into Allegri's quotes, let me see what you guys are saying. And even saying progression needs to be over many games, not just 70 minutes. I mean, yeah, and I think you're being generous. I don't think we played well for 70 minutes. I think 45. I think that second half wasn't good. It wasn't good. We dropped in intensity, quality, especially quality. Like if you drop your intensity, energy level, press, fine, but at least be good on the ball. We weren't good. Like we were sloppy. The movements weren't really there. And that first half, it was a complete difference to that Sampdoria game. And leave aside Miretti starting, like forget that for a minute. Just the movements. Like there was more movement without that ball. Against Sampdoria, it was static. All over the place. It was very static and we struggled. Today, especially in the first half, there was a lot of movement without that ball. So, do I want to praise that? I think that's like not a basic thing. Yeah, it's a basic thing, you know, movement without the ball. And we did that well. So I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, I don't know. That second half got me worried again. I mean, saying that game changed after Rabiot went out. I tweeted that out like 2 hours ago or whatever. I think that game changed indeed when Rabiot went out. And I will tell you why I believe that game changed. Because I think Rabiot was playing. I think he was playing very well. He was doing what he was asked to do. And I will go to Miretti now. Because Miretti on the ball is very calm, composed. Like he can take a touch and he already knows where that ball is going. He doesn't need 2-3 touches thinking about it, you know, spinning around, you know, and playing it backwards. Like his mindset is, I receive that ball, look up and play forward. You know, that's his mindset, which is good. But he was playing, I think in the first half, I don't want to call it a hybrid position, but he was dropping in deep, playing that Regista role when Locatelli went up, and they were interchanging. And at times, Rabiot was just shielding both of them, making sure Locatelli can step off that pitch, and Roma was struggling to pick up those runners. They were struggling. And when Rabiot went out of that game, I think it felt like Locatelli was subbed off also. Like that's the feeling I got because he dropped out completely. He wasn't nowhere to be seen again, and I think it's an issue. And the quality, you know what it is? I think the quality of our starters are a bit iffy. Also because Pogba's not there, Di Maria is not there, Chiesa is not there. So I think we already have subs playing, and then the subs from the subs are coming on basically, and you can see like the quality standard isn't high, but it drops off like massively after that. Like McKennie, Zakaria, especially McKennie. Like I'm questioning if McKennie is actually fit, you know. He trained, and I know he missed that preseason a little bit, shoulder issue, but like it's not a one-off thing because last season it was the same thing, and he didn't had whatever an injury back then, but he doesn't seem fit. He doesn't seem fit at all, and it's actually a struggle to watch him play. And then Allegri chucks him on that right wing, and I mean, there was only one outcome, and it looked absolutely horrendous. Let's be honest. He is so bad on that ball. The quality went downhill completely, and I mean, at that point, the only way of creating any sort of danger was just crossing that ball and hoping something would happen, which didn't happen. Yeah, so the subs were a big part of it. Let me see. He's like saying Allegri isn't negative this much at all. We're just dusted physically and fitness level, not on par to actually press for more. We need a better fitness coach. Keep it up. Yeah, but that's on Allegri to get a better fitness coach. So at the end of the day, the buck stops at him. Like, if he is not happy with a fitness coach, he tells the club that he gets sacked. The fitness coach gets sacked. You replace him, whatever. At the end of the day, it's still on him. Like, if he allows all those things to happen, it's on him. And he said, I laugh when he tried to take his man one-on-one. Yeah, I mean, that give me Bernardeschi vibes. Like, he can do it. Like, McKennie is not that type of player, which is fine, you know. He doesn't need to be something he isn't. And funnily enough, I don't know if I have a Rabiot quote, but he basically said about Rabiot, Allegri, you don't need to play him. Of course, you don't need to play him in a position it's not him. He will not perform. And I have that feeling with McKennie. I'm like, you're playing on all over the pitch. What do you kind of expect at that point? But yeah, the quality is not good. Dan is saying, Ali, what do you think our starting midfield will be when Pogba comes back? It will be Paredes, Locatelli, Pogba, assuming Paredes will join, and I think Miretti will be the Pogba replacement, you know, when he's injured, when he needs a rest and all those things. I think Miretti can play different positions, but I think that's going to be mainly the idea with Chiesa, Vlahovic and Di Maria. But to be honest, are we ever... Let me know in the chat. Let's say the mindset is it's going to be Paredes, Locatelli, Rabiot, Pogba, Di Maria, Vlahovic, Chiesa. How many games are we actually going to see that? Let's say, because everybody's assuming that's the front mid and attack 3-6 players. So let's say that's that mindset, that's the idea. How many games do you think we're going to see that? Because now I'm thinking about it, with the injury record of some of those players, I don't think it's going to be a lot, to be honest. Not because Allegri won't play it, just because of fitness and who will be available and all those things. Because I think that's the way to go. You need at least to give it a go in that formation. But I think based on injuries and all those things, we're not going to see it that often. Let's get into some of the quotes. Let me see if I have them here. Also, please like the video, guys. Let's go on some of Allegri's quotes. So we talked about the game, and he said, we were aggressive, we played well technically in the first half. In the second half, we had chances on the left, but we didn't exploit them. I'm happy with what the boys did. It was a good game. Roma then has a great team. Jose was good at keeping Roma in that game. I'm not giving Jose credit. I think we were good at keeping Roma in that game, if I'm being honest, because we were sloppy in that first half when we should have, put Roma to bed. Roma were never coming back from 2-0 down. Like, no chance. Not that Roma who was out there today. No chance. So I don't agree on that Jose part. In the second half, we had chances on the left. There was space, to be honest, or like room, whatever. But for some reason, we actually struggled to get something decent out of that left wing, which is frustrating because there was actually some space out there. But it is what it is. Excuse me. I agree that we were aggressive in the first half, because I think the first 15-20 minutes you can feel the players were like, yeah, last week against Sampdoria on a Monday, that was embarrassing. Like, we need to do something. And it was a lot of energy, a lot of, I don't want to say passion, but like anger about that game on Monday. And of course, Dusan's goal did help. Early goal. You go into the next minutes thinking, okay, we got the lead. I'm not saying we can chill, but like it's laid back. We can go cruise control. Roma are a bit shook. They never recovered from that. But yeah, I think the first half was good, but the problem is we struggled to keep it up for even 20 minutes in the second half, let alone 45. But yeah, that's one of the quotes. Let's move on to what we discussed already, and that's subs. He was asked about the subs and said, we cannot think that 90 minutes a team will dominate. We are also at the beginning of the season. Once Cuadrado came off, we had a bit of a difficulty, but I'm happy with the performance. I agree. And I will say, on top of that, Cuadrado wasn't good. Like, he's very undecisive on the ball. It's so frustrating. Okay. It was very frustrating on that ball, Cuadrado. Not today only. Like, since last season, like, he's very undecisive. And it's getting to me now at this point, because it feels like he is messing up every half-decent opportunity he gets at this point. That's how it feels, in my opinion. Even in that first half, I'm like, what was that? And in the second half, when he needed to cut it back to Dusan, he looked up and, I don't know, like he fluffed the ball a little bit, like with no power. And even the Roma defender was a bit like, okay, because he didn't expect that, so he almost messed it up. But yeah, like it's frustrating to Cuadrado, like taking Cuadrado off, watching him play. But I think taking him off wasn't the smartest move, because if you chuck McKennie on that wing, there's absolutely no chance it's going to improve. Even with how Cuadrado is playing, McKennie is not a right winger. And even if he wasn't, McKennie is not technically good enough. And if you're chasing a game, if you want to win a game, I think that was still the plan, because we were trying to push towards the end. If you bring McKennie on that right wing, it's kind of that. Like, let's be honest. Even if he's fit, McKennie, like when I think about McKennie, I think about he's gonna make runs in the box, and he's gonna get, or trying to get, at the end of things. I don't think about McKennie in terms of he's gonna sit on that right wing. He's gonna skip by players. He's gonna, beat his man, put some crosses in, link up play. That's not McKennie. And I mean, when you make that sub, like the moment he made that sub, was like, on the wing, really? Like, why take Miretti off at the same point? Like, it was very frustrating, because that midfield was kind of clueless towards the end. Like, I don't know what the plan was, or like what Allegri was thinking he was getting out of that forward midfield. But yeah, that's the subs story from Allegri. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hanin said, I like Danilo as a CB. What do you think? But we should have bought it. And we will talk about Danilo. Fanny is saying Cuadrado is selfish. He always going with himself. Yeah, I agree. The last few weeks he's doing that, or like months. McKennie needs to go. Play Perrin in goal next match. I'm not sure why. But okay. Let's move on. He talked about Miretti. And I think after that last game, we were all a bit, not shook, but like confused with his comments afterwards, because when he came in, he did pretty well. And today, people in the chat, let me know, how do you rate Miretti's performance? Give him a grade out of 10 for the entire game. Give him a grade out of 10. Let me know in the chat. Miretti's this game against Roma, out of 10. Let me know in the chat, how do you rate that? But he said Miretti played like a veteran. He knows how to get between the lines, and his first touch is always forward. It's a wonderful thing. People saying 8, 8.5, 6.5. I don't agree with 6.5. 8.5. Justin saying getting a Miretti 20 shirts, 7 rating, 7. Miretti an absolute 10. I'm gonna say at least a 7.5, because that second half he was a bit, but the entire team was a bit gone, and I expect Miretti to have good games, bad games, good moments, bad moments. I 100% accept that, and that's totally normal because he is a kid still. It's only his 5th start in Serie A. It's gonna happen. He's gonna have games or like moments where you be like, ooh, that's not good or whatever. 100% normal and acceptable. He needs to learn. He needs to learn because the issue is we have the same thing. We're like, oh, you need to do better. When we watch ready-made players, apparently, like Rabiot, McKennie, Zakaria, we're sitting here saying that wasn't good enough, and they get a chance. Miretti will make mistakes, which is a good thing because he needs to learn. Like every young player will make mistakes. But I'll keep saying it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say it because I saw people saying, oh, Javi and Peter, whatever. I'm not going to do that. But let me get this out of the way, otherwise it's not going to work. What I was going to say is... what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Okay. I don't want to jinx it, but the way he receives the ball, his first touch, it's so good. Like, it's actually very, very good because he receives the ball. He knows where the ball is going. Like, he looks up and he already scanned that field. He plays it in. It goes fast. His first touch is clean. It's so good. It's actually beautiful to watch. Also because we don't have anyone like that on that pitch. He's very composed. He's not scared. He doesn't hide. Like, he actually wants that ball. That's very important because how many times have we spoken last season, or we even highlighted it on podcasts with pictures, that Rabiot was just, hiding or like not showing up, moving behind players, and not being proactive. Like, when you watch Miretti, he is very proactive. He wants that ball because he's very confident. And does anyone think he shouldn't be starting until Pogba is fit? Does anyone in the chat thinks, nah, man, don't give him a chance anymore? Like, not don't give him a chance, but like, he shouldn't be the undisputed starter? Because I think he needs to be that. Because he unlocked a bit of Di Maria of Locatelli today, because Locatelli looked playing like without pressure or like whatever, like he was freely in that first half, in my opinion. Let me see what people are saying. 6, 7, 8, 8. He was good. Play Zakaria from the start. Next match, give him a fair shake. That was my question. He's only 19 and way ahead of his time. Miretti is the next Marquisio. Okay, Miretti is like De Bruyne. Okay, I don't wanna jinx it, but you guys are doing. Charles is 21 and he's at Milan. Charles de Ketelaar is a fantastic player, in my opinion. Luca Paredes, Miretti should be your starting mid until Pogba gets back. I agree. I don't think he can bench. I don't think he can bench Miretti against Spezia. I don't want to see McKennie. I don't want to see Zakaria. To be honest, in that midfield, I think Rabiot will start on Locatelli, and the fourth one should be Miretti, in my opinion. I hope Allegri will, persist with playing Miretti now and don't switch back and don't bench him, because he needs to play. He needs to get a shot again. I'm kind of sad. Oop. Why didn't nobody said that? I didn't have the chat on. I need to say I'm kind of sad for Rovella. He's better on the ball than McKennie and Zaki is. I think that's very obvious that he is. I think that, you know, that's super obvious that he is better than McKennie and Zakaria. Because even when he came on Ravel, I thought he was pretty decent. He brings a lot of energy. It's not always 100% quality, but he brings a lot of energy, which is a good thing. I'm guessing, but yeah, he's leaving. I think he will play a lot. Pogba will be out after World Cup for surgery. I hope not. I'm the only one who thinks Miretti deserves a better coach than Allegri, someone who knows to play fast and with will to score. Yeah, I mean, we can say that. You can say that about different players like Chiesa or Di Maria or whatever. Like, we can have that discussion, but the way Miretti still get praised from Allegri. Forget about last week's, because I think last week he was just trying to, put him on his toes. But I mean, he's quality. Like, let's be honest. Like, I think we have someone finally out of our academy who can come in and be here for a very long time. And I think Allegri knows that, in my opinion, because he's only 19 and he's trusting him. Like, he's trusting him in a big game today. He trusts him, and he said many times that he plays like a veteran. Like, he plays forward. It's beautiful to watch him play. So let's see how that will develop on Wednesday when we play Spezia and moving forward, because Pogba's not there. Champions League away to PSG, that would be a big thing. Like, imagine him starting away to PSG. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. I think if that happens, I mean, he kind of made it, in my opinion, But yeah. On Olifant saying, did you see Pogba's strange video? Yeah, I did see that. Do we need to worry? I don't know. Like, I have actually no idea what that thing can be. Let's see. Apparently there is an issue in the family. I don't know what it is. I saw people saying, oh, maybe Juve paid him commissions under the table and all that stuff. Like, 100 stories already made up. Let's see what it will be. But at this point, I don't really care. Let's see what it will be. I want Rovella to stay for the Paredes backup. I think Locatelli will be there. Rovella was going to brought 70 minutes. And Max changed his mind and brought McKennie on. Yeah, like, McKennie, that's not it. Like, bringing McKennie on to win a game is not it. That's absolutely not it. But yeah. Let's move on to the next quotes, because I still have two, I think. And he talked about the devil. That's what he talked about, the devil. He talked about the devil. He said football was invented by the devil. Insert that Chiellini meme picture, whatever. And the 3 games so far, we risked more with Sassuolo, but we won 3-0. I agree 100%. I think against Sassuolo, I won't say we got lucky, because I don't never had that feeling Sassuolo were really going to score. But the pressure was more on against Sassuolo than against Sampdoria and against Roma. And we didn't concede. We won easily. But back then, I said, like, that was Di Maria's show. Like, he was everything in that game. He made it thick. He was a danger man. It's not that our midfield was sticking or everything was sticking. It was just Di Maria being Di Maria. And we kind of looked, not shaky, but like, there were moments where you're like, oh, that wasn't good. Against Sampdoria, we created absolutely nothing. So did Sampdoria. Today, we created something. Roma didn't anything. And we didn't win those games. So I agree with him, what he's trying to say. But I think previous years and all those things, we had the games like we had today or against Sampdoria, and we still managed to win it. That's what I think. But I mean, he's not really wrong. But yeah, let's see. And then the final quote, and that's what to answer Hanin's question. And and that's on Danilo. And that's what I kind of predicted. I'm gonna say 2 months ago, a month and a half, when the De Ligt saga first began, and we got the grasp that we were only gonna bring in one defender, and Gatti is gonna be the clean defender basically. That's what we, talked about, and apparently that's what Allegri said. Giovanni Albanese tweeted out that Allegri said Danilo's future role will be central. He has the feet, technique, strength, courage, and is intelligent. Now that was my fear from day one, that we're only gonna bring in one defender, that being Bremer, to replace De Ligt. Gatti is gonna be that guy to replace Chiellini. Rugani is gonna stay. Bonucci will miss games due to injuries a little bit. And that Danilo is gonna be the main guy coming in. That was my fear, and it's gonna happen. Now, people were asking, and I see people in the chat, let me bring it up already. If Danilo future is central, why don't we sign another left back? Now, I see a lot of, that was basically, after that comment came out, everybody started thinking, are we gonna bring another left back? Is that the reason? Or is this a message to maybe Rugani saying, yo, if you want to play, you gotta leave? But then I'm like, what's the game plan? Because De Sciglio will miss games with injury. Cuadrado, okay. Who else? Alexandro will miss games. Like, all those things. For me, it doesn't really make sense to use. Like, I don't want to see that. I want a proper defender. My fear is, I look at Bonucci will miss some games due to injuries, and Danilo will play a lot of games, key games. Today was basically easy. I'm not saying he didn't play a good game, because he did. But Roma were toothless. Like, it was so easy for him and Bremer, especially in that first half. The only thing they were doing was hitting long balls, and that's basically it. I don't want to go to PSG away and see Danilo play center back. Like, that's all I'm saying. And I thought we needed, a different backup of quality. I'm not sure why Gatti isn't getting any chances, because he looked decent. Maybe Allegri thinks it's still too early, but I know we played Serie B football. I think he's 24, 25 already, so he's not a kid anymore. He is 24, 25, so I don't think you can ease him in for 1 year or whatever. Like, he's already, I want to say old, but like, he's not 19 or 20. But like, Danilo, I'm not sure. People in the chat, let me know. Do you think playing Danilo as a center back, or using Danilo as a center back, is a good idea moving forward? Keep in mind our left back situation and everything. And also who we have as center back. Do you think playing Danilo is a good idea? Using him as a center back moving forward, because I kind of struggle to see it. Like, one game, fine, he did a job, but like, moving forward, I don't want to see Bonucci get injured and Danilo coming in and being that defender. Like, that's, I don't know. It kind of sits wrong with me. United Fire saying Danilo at center back is better than fullback in my opinion. But like, that's the same argument play Pellegrini just to don't see Alexandro play. Like, the bar is kind of low. Gali is saying I feel bad for Gatti. I kind of agree. But let's see. It's only game 3. Maybe on Sunday, against Spezia, if Bonucci is not 100% fit, we will see Gatti. I don't know. But yeah, I do. I kind of agree. I feel a little bad for Gatti. But yeah, let's see. Before I move on and open it up a little bit to the chat, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and consider joining the members club because we have a prediction league going on. Let me see who got a prediction right today. Let me get into the prediction league. Let me see who got it right. Who's in the chat from the members? Misak 0-0. He got it wrong. Hanin got it right. So that's something new. He put 1-1. Norbert put 1-1. Khalid, you got it wrong. 2-1. Let me see. Dash got it wrong. Yeah, a lot of people got it wrong, to be honest. What did I predict yesterday in my preview show? Was it 1-0? I said 1-0, but I didn't believe you were going to win. But I don't predict an L. So I said 1-0. I said Cuadrado. So it was close until we messed it up. But yeah, consider joining the members club. You can join the prediction league and win some cool stuff at the end of the season, which is always fun. Let me see what you guys are saying. Conan saying, still think we need a right back. I don't think, I'm pretty sure. Like, we need a right and a left back. Like, it's not thinking for me. We need one. Let me get this out of here. Close this. So I'm sure we need one. It's not, I think we need one. Like, 100% we need one. But, yeah. Let me see. Left back is needed. I really hope we get one. I don't think we're gonna get one. Pre-game, Arrivabene was speaking pre-game, and I don't know if he was kind of playing with the media or with the fans, but he was asked about new signings, and it felt like he misspoke himself, and he said we were looking at more than one player. And then he said, we were looking at Paredes. We're looking at Paredes, basically. So I'm not sure what we're doing. But I think it's only going to be Paredes, to be honest. Norbert is saying, Ali, you should make a sheet with the standings for us to see. That's coming, but I don't want to update it after every game. Because I have a busy 2-3 weeks now. So it's very difficult for me to do. But there will be an update. Like, you guys will have an update in the main prediction chat group. You will see an update of the league, every couple of weeks. That will come. Conan saying, if an offer comes from Weston, I would sell him. I mean, I think that's obvious. I mean, I agree. I would sell him. If a decent offer comes in from Miretti, and decent is already 25. I think that's already decent, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Nobody's saying anything. Okay. Jason saying the Brazilian connection. I say 3 defenders have good communication between each other. Probably one of the reasons why Max chose this, but I definitely think we have Danilo play right back, be better as Rugani and Gatti. Okay. That's fair. Servant saying, bro, the Ketelaar guy is looking like a vintage 90s baller. He's quality. He's top quality. I've said it months ago, even before Milan were linked with him. He's top quality. He's a quality player. He will do very well for Milan and probably will leave for a lot of money in a couple of years. Yeah. Hanin saying sell Mikani and Zakaria and play the kids. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But I would sell one of them, and I'm leaning towards Mikani at this point because I think you will get more money from Mikani. But I don't know. Apparently, according to Di Marzio, the latest update is it's gonna be Paredes. Arthur has a lot of interest. He will leave at some point. Rovella will be going to Monza and Fagioli will leave on loan. We didn't see Fagioli. I don't think he's even warming up at this point to come on in games. But I think that was obvious in game 1 when Miretti came on and Rovella, who was linked to leave, and Fagioli was sitting on the bench. Hanin saying sell both and keep Rabiot. Yeah, also because nobody's going to buy Rabiot. He's a free agent next season. Sani saying Fagioli was not in the squad. That's correct. I forgot about that. He picked up that muscle injury, right? But even then, I don't think he was gonna start anyway, or like play anyway, because I don't think Allegri doesn't like him, but I genuinely think that Allegri is looking at him and he's like, you're not ready. If I look at Miretti, you're not at that level still. That's the feeling I'm getting from Fagioli Allegri relationship. So yeah, like he's playing Rovella, who is basically out of the door, and he's risking him playing him and not bringing in Fagioli at any moment in time. So I mean, I think that's obvious. United firing. What is Miretti and Rovella ceiling in terms of value? I don't want to jinx it. You know, I'm not gonna do that. You guys can do that in the chat. Fanny saying, do you think Rovella has more potential? He will be better than Paredes after a season. Potential, I don't know, because I think people forget how good Paredes was, because he was very good in my opinion. I know it's a different Paredes now, so I'm not sure. Like if he reaches the Paredes potential he had at one point, he's our player. Rovella, amazing. Like yeah, he's gonna be amazing for us. So I don't want to say that at this point, but I do like Rovella. I like his energy, to be honest. It's not always perfect, but he has that willingness to, you know, make up for it immediately, which is, I don't say rare. It should be basic, but like at some players, like a Rabiot last season, you can see he messed up and he's just standing there looking down at that point, saying, yeah, it happened. So I don't know. Is Monza the right move for him? Because Monza are struggling. They have a good team, but they have an awful coach, to be honest. Or like a coach not good enough for what Monza is trying to do. I'm not sure if he will play a lot at Monza, so I hope the club and he thinks that through. I also say Miretti can reach 100 million and Rovella can become 70 at the best. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Rabiot was a necessary piece on this team. We started losing the mid a bit when he came off, because Locke and Miretti can't run 90. His athleticism and bullying on the field is very underrated on this team. He only had cramps, so I kind of agree today, because I think he was that security blanket for Locatelli and Miretti to do their thing, in my opinion. And when he went off, you didn't really see Locatelli, and you know, the more minutes went by, even Miretti was like fading away a little bit, which is, I won't say normal, but the entire team was fading away, so I think it's very difficult, you know, to, you know, lead that team, in my opinion. But I kind of agree today that he was kind of important. I think some players in the squad do Allegri favors. That's why he's keep playing them. Yeah, I mean, it feels like that sometimes. It does. We need quality subs to better second half performances. Okay, we need quality subs, but I think fixing that starting 11 is the main thing. And yeah, quality off that bench will help, but like I think it's all also has to do with fitness, because surely if you can do it for 45 minutes like that, you can go for another 25 in the second half. It shouldn't be the first 25, even if it's spread 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, like 3 spells of like high intensity football where you get a goal or whatever. I think it's always also fitness related, but then again, last season when we were mid-season, we saw the same thing, and I know what Allegri just said is fitness, but he also said the same issue can happen mid-season, and I'm like, not really, not to that extent, because it shouldn't be the case that mid-season you can only play one half of high intensity, and then you're like, yeah, we're done, no energy. Like that shouldn't be the case, to be honest. But yeah, Rabiot got a lot of criticism, but he's better than Zakaria. He's more talented than Zakaria. Like I'm not gonna debate that. I'm not. I kind of agree. But Danilo stands as a center back only in a back three. Yeah, we're not gonna play back three. We're not gonna play a back three. It will suit Kostic playing a back three. But I think Kostic will need to adapt to the new situation. Because I don't think we're gonna play a back three a lot. I could be wrong. Maybe depending on injuries and all those things, and moving into the season further and further, we might see a back three. But at this moment in time, I don't really see it happening, to be honest. But yeah. What else is there to talk about? Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think 2 strikers is better than Vlahovic alone. Depends. Oh, Milik. What did people make about that Milik cameo? Was it 50 minutes? Because I think he was pretty decent on the ball. Hold up play, link up play. And we were debating how is he gonna play with Vlahovic up top. I know it was a little small sample size, but he's gonna be the one dropping deep. I want to say not to midfield, but like stepping out. Excuse me. Receiving that ball, controlling, linking up play. He was pretty decent. Like I thought. I don't say it worked because like it was a few minutes, but like it was decent. It was decent. I can see how Allegri thinks he's functional to the team. But let's see. I will say one thing about Milik. He is over the moon to be here. Like in Italy, playing for us. He's over the moon, which can be a positive thing. Maybe something he lacks in maybe talent. I'm not gonna say he's talent. He's not talented because he played professional sport. Even Bernardeschi, he is talented. Like otherwise you don't make it. Like he's not good, but whatever. But maybe that. How do you want to say that? Like the happiness of being back in Italy because that's what he wanted. Play for Juve because that's what he wanted years back, but Napoli didn't sold him, or like it was difficult to get done. Maybe that will add something more, but he looked decent in my opinion. Milik was decent. Omar saying Milik didn't look bad, had some decent moments now, but he can create though. No, he's not a creator. We know that, that's okay. Khalid saying he looked fit. Morten saying Milik was alright. He's far from the worst problem. He's here, let's support. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Milik, but like I'm gonna support him because if he plays, I want to win. Like it's that simple. So if I want to win, he needs to do well. Otherwise, we're not gonna win most likely. Milik will be a good vice Vlahovic, but he can play with Vlahovic. He's a pure striker, not center forward, not a support striker. That's my initial thought, and I know it's a little cameo, but like he can do it. I think he will be able to do it, but I don't think it's ideal. I don't think we're gonna see it a lot unless it's a last ditch attempt to win a game or like get a point out of a game or something like that. But let's see how he will be deployed. I don't think he will start against Spezia, but I think he will get more minutes against Spezia. I do believe that. I actually do believe that. Because he feels like a player Allegri will put a lot of trust in for some reason. Milik was nice. Yeah, it was okay. Good for him, good for us. Like that was a good cameo in my opinion. Decent cameo. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because we're almost 50 minutes in. I discussed everything in my opinion. Unless you guys have something in the chat and girls, let me know if something else you want to discuss. We can talk about it. Really quick few things. I think Thursday. What day is it? Thursday? Let me check. Thursday or Wednesday? Now I'm confused. I think Thursday. I'm gonna say Thursday. Julian on Deadline Day. He's gonna go live from 10 a.m. his time. So that's 4 p.m. my time. He's gonna go live for like I think 5 or 6 hours straight for a Deadline show. So not just Juve. He's gonna have people on. So if you want to join Julian on the live stream, DM me on Twitter or Instagram or the main account, and we are making up a schedule so you can join Julian for like, even if it's for only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. You can join Julian on Deadline Day stream. It's going to be a very long stream. Anyone who wants to join, let me know. We can sort that out in the schedule so you can join the stream, discuss all transfers, not just Juve, and keep, Julian some company for a very long stream he wanted to do. So yeah, let me see one of your questions. Question: would you rather Juve win the Champions League or Italy win the World Cup? I'm club before country guy, so yeah, Juve win the Champions League. Like, it's not even close. I'm happy if Italy win the World Cup, but like, it's not the same if you win the Champions. Even if you ask me, have you rather Juve win a Scudetto or a World Cup? Italy. I'm still gonna say a Scudetto because, yeah, I mean, I watch Juve week in, week out. We have a channel based on Juve, 24/7 news, all those things. Italy is only hype when they play, not even World Cup qualifiers. It's just hype when the tournament starts. Other than that, like, I'm not really looking into it. I'm not waiting to see Italy play, so it's not even close. Let me see. Hanina saying, is there a chance Arthur goes before the Mercato closes? I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to say 100% he's leaving. Because there's no way he can stay. Like, he's out of the team. He's out of the squad. His agent came out saying, we need to find a solution. It doesn't work with Allegri. Allegri rates different players. Allegri said it's market related. I think Arrivabene hinted towards Arthur needs to go. So at some point, I think we will just loan him out, pay a little bit of his wages, and he will leave. But yeah, it's getting close. But like, I don't see him staying. Like, I actually don't. I cannot imagine him staying. When we get Pogba and Di Maria back, is it going to be different Juve? What do you think? It is just based on pure quality. It should be. So yeah. Let me see. Rofetti could be deadly. So we have a new nickname already. Paredes to Juve according to Nico Shira on Monday. Let me check. Because I'm live. I didn't check. Nico Shira. Let me see what he's saying. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, and he said Monday is expected to be Paredes Day, and Rovella will go to Monza on dry loan, so a season loan, which I think people were asking, was it going to be a loan? It's going to be a season-long loan for Rovella. I think we kind of knew that, let me tweet that out really quickly. Oh, it's McKenny's birthday, so happy birthday to McKenny. Let me tweet that out really quickly. Let me see. Let me tweet that out. I'm sorry. So yeah. It's Paredes on Monday. Okay, let me see the chat. Is Juve going to be PSG? I don't believe that. The players can probably get us top 4 despite the tactics if the players are picked. Okay. Juve win the Coppa Italia is more excited in my opinion. That's fair. Rofetti is Rovella plus Miretti. I think that's what he meant. Yeah, I know that. I knew. I just said there's a new nickname basically, or like a new nickname. There are rumors that Klopp is going for Paredes. Is there any chance that Liverpool will hijack our player? Like, it's not signed, but I'm gonna say 99% no. It's not signed, but yeah. Juve will top the group, says Haas. I don't believe that. But we will talk about the Champions League soon, because we play we basically play every week Champions League at this point. It's gonna be a crazy season. Like, it's August and we're already playing midweek games. And with the injuries we have, it's gonna be peak, man. It's gonna be peak. We need to get those bodies back. So I hope Di Maria is back for that first game away to PSG because we're gonna need him. I don't think Pogba's gonna make it, but we're gonna need that spark. Excuse me, it's getting late, but I don't believe we can go to PSG away and just, bank our hopes on Kostic crossing the ball, Cuadrado making his mind up top, and Vlahovic just running around there. It's not gonna happen. I'm actually scared thinking about that PSG game. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think, I'm not gonna say, it's gonna happen, because I thought about that many times over the years, and then they surprised me. But if you think about going away to PSG at this moment in time with that backline, or like with the setup we have now, because everybody's out, like that's the setup we're gonna have away to PSG. Because I don't think Di Maria is gonna make it. Maybe he's gonna make it, maybe not. Pogba's gonna be out. Like, we're gonna go with the same 11 to PSG. That's so scary. Like, I'm actually scared to break a negative record, and it's gonna be on national TV also because it's the only decent game on that day. So if you get trashed, it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be a long day. But if we get trashed, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna win. But if you lose like 3-4-0, it's no surprise, because we did that last year to Chelsea, and Chelsea are not playing the same type brand of football as PSG are doing at the moment. They're doing very well, so it could happen. Juve would do well if we can get a draw at home and a narrow loss, 1 or 2-0. Yeah, if there's a game in the group stage that we can afford to lose, especially way. Excuse me, guys. I'm happy. It's the first game. It's a good thing. It's the first game. It's a good thing. So we get that out of the way. I think you then have the other games. Benfica, like 2 home games, I think. Was it like that? I think 2 at home and then 2 away, and then back at home against PSG. So, yeah. As of saying, 10 days left until the PSG game. No Chiesa, no Pogba, no Di Maria, and I'll be good with a draw, to be honest. I mean, I think you're being optimistic even with a draw, to be honest. Allegri might pull a surprise win against PSG. No, Jesus Christ. Maybe, yeah, but does anyone believe that? I don't believe that. Rick Ozzy, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the support as always. Ciao Ale, on the way to Italy from Australia to watch Juve play on the 11th September. Keep up the fantastic work. Thanks, and enjoy the long trip. Enjoying being in Italy, enjoying Juve. Who do we play on the 11th of September? Let me check. I have no idea who we play. When is that? That's on a Sunday. We play Salernitana at home. So you should be able to see a win. I hope for you, because that's a long travel to not see Juve win. Yeah, Salernitana. But thanks for the super chat and enjoy. Hopefully they will win. Because every time I went to the stadium, we won. So maybe I'm a lucky charm. But I'm happy. Like, I cannot imagine traveling. And for me, it's a 1-hour flight. But imagine going from Australia to Torino and don't see that team win. That, I think I will feel so bad. For me, it's a 1-hour trip with the plane. With a flight. So it's very quick. Like 1 hour and 15 minutes, maybe 1 hour and 10 minutes. So it's quick. So I'm quick back home. But yeah, hopefully they win. Salernitana, they should be able to win Salernitana at home. Should be able to beat them at home. I'm planning to go this season also. But I think it's going to be after January this season. Seen 2 wins, both against Inter. That's nice. I'm going to wrap it up because I'm 1 hour in now. Tomorrow, there will be a daily. It's going to be a late one. Or it's going to be a late live. One of the two. But there will be a video tomorrow. If you haven't checked my match reaction, go check that out. And like the video. Subscribe to the channel as always. Hit that bell notification. Like I said, deadline day stream with Julian. He's going to go for like 5 hours straight, I think he said. So if you want to join him on that stream, even if it's for 10 to 15 minutes, just let me know on Twitter or the main account on Twitter or Instagram, and I can plan you in the schedule so you can join them that day. It's not just Juve, it's going to be all transfers. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good evening, day. I don't know where you are in the world at the moment. And I will see you back tomorrow.